it applied to his life and how it can apply to yours. Please join me in welcoming Alan Mann as he performs The End in Mind. The End in Mind, Alan Mann.
I think I screwed up here. I have a male, a female connection on here.
It can apply to.
And I have a female connection on this end. I'm definitely going to have a problem with these holiday lights. Partly because I didn't think about the end in mind. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. For those of you have never heard it begin with the end in mind, is one of the 7 habits of effective people. That's from the book by Stephen Covey. 7 habits of effective people. Begin with the end in mind, so you don't have 2 females trying to plug into each other. But when we think about this and we go to these trainings, and many years ago, I spent an all-day seminar on this. And I was wondering, why are they putting me through this 1-hour training or 1-day training? I don't have time for this. But as I've grown older, these 7 habits, including begin with the end in mind, apply to just not our work life, but our daily life outside in the outside world. For example, a speech, begin with the end in mind. How do you want to end your speech? And what point do you want to make? The basic structure of a speech is what? A beginning, the body, which is the points, and a summary, which sort of emphasizes the main points of what you wanted to get across. That you don't want to, at 7 minutes and 15 seconds, be still at halfway through point 2 and not get to the main point of what you're trying to get across. What is the end in mind for this presentation? Whether it's a humorous speech, joy, or maybe it's a more serious speech. Tan, you were doing a speech on leadership. What is the point? The end in mind. Secondly, any project, especially a DIY, do-it-yourself project, what do you want everything to look like at the end? Yes, you have blueprints, you have instructions, but what you're building going to look like? Whether it's a simple repair task, which in some cases I am capable of, or for those of you who are really handy and you're doing an addition onto your house, what do you want this to look like in the end? Do you want to, I ended up with the toilet about 10 feet away from where I really wanted it to be. Did I mess up somewhere? Did I not think about the end in mind that plumbing didn't hook up to the toilet? Did I mess up somewhere and there are like plumbers, they're able to visualize when they're building a whole row of houses from the scratch. They're able to visualize without the physical structure of the house where all the plumbing is supposed to be. We used to have a member many years ago who was a commercial plumber. And I remember him saying that when he's bidding a job, he has to visualize how everything's going to come together. So where is the end in mind? And most importantly, and this is something I deal with every day, is if I have to be in a certain place at a certain time, I have to visualize with the end what it's going to take to get from where I am, which is at 7 o'clock in the morning, to, let's say I need to be walking out the door at 12:30 to catch that train so I could transition from working on site to working on at home. Where do I have to be at 12:30? I can't, oh God, it's 12:15 and I've only accomplished these tasks. And that's something anybody who's working on any project or has a deadline. David, you're a lawyer. You have deadlines no matter what. I mean, you're not a trial lawyer, but the type of law you practice has deadlines, right? So we all have deadlines. We all have to be at certain places at certain times. So when you begin with the end in mind, you will help you in crafting a speech. It will help you in any building project. And if you have to be in a certain place, in a certain time, think backwards, the end in mind. I'm glad I've developed that skill because I'd probably be still at work or right now on my computer, and I'd probably miss this meeting and not be able to do this speech if I didn't think about the end in mind. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much for that interesting concept and how we can apply it in our everyday life as well as Toastmasters.